Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your January 2025 tarot reading. My name is Echo, and I want to wish you a happy new moon. We are coming out of a black moon, which is when we have a new moon second. There are two of them within a calendar month. This happens typically every 29 months, so not super common. Let's take advantage of this energy. So I want to go ahead and start with the Animal Spirit Oracle deck to get us off to a good start. The new moon is a good time to make resolutions, find what works for us and what doesn't, kind of revisit the drawing board, and make plans for the future. It's great that this is coming around a New Year's time because this actually makes a lot of sense. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see where we're at. All right, I have the Brown Bear Spirit, Take Time Out. So Taurus, the brown bear is a big, powerful creature. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but a brown bear is not terrifying like, say, the black bear, I guess you could say. But the brown bear is a very powerful animal, okay? But even though it is ferocious, it is a strong animal. Ferocious when they're protecting their young or their territory. They do hibernate. They do take some downtime. So the brown bear spirit tells me that you are taking a little bit of downtime at this time, given that it is the winter season, depending on where you live. This is the time to sort of go into hibernation mode, to go inward and look for those answers. The Moon Oracle Spirit deck has will. So while you are spending that time inward, you are seeing what matters to you and where your will is taking advantage of your thinking. Will is all about the things that we want to put forward and how much willpower, how much energy, how much we are really putting into the things that matter to us, Taurus. So you do tend to be a very willful spirit. I do love that this card came out for you. It makes absolute perfect sense. I know a Taurus. And it's not so much a matter of stubbornness, as in you have a very firm and clear understanding on what it is you want in life and how things need to play out. So I love that this is coming up for you alongside the brown bear spirit. You guys are going to be able to look inward and really get clear on what it is you want in a way that almost many other signs are almost working to do. To you, this comes naturally. So the next oracle deck we have is Reflect. Yep. We were talking about going in and reflecting on our situation, getting clear on what it is we want, and putting forth our will. Because as we go in to this new year, people make resolutions based on what it is they want to see come out of the new year. You know, some people say new year, new you, but it doesn't always have to be. It can just be new approaches, new things you'd like to try, new things you'd like to learn. This is a great time to look inward and check everything out and really reflect on where we've been so far and how we're going to move forward from this point on. From the Runic Oracle deck, you have the Four of Pentacles, okay? So the Four of Pentacles is all about getting clear on where you are in a very material possession. Pentacles is a very material sign. So we're talking about the things you can see and the things you can touch. This is very much a Taurus energy. You're a very earthy energy. You're situating where you want to be in terms of, say, a job, in terms of your home at this point, building strong foundations. And in order to move forward, Taurus, you do need to do this from a place of love, not only for others and what you look to see come out of it and how you can care for others, but for yourself as well. Because like we said, you are a very willful sign, you are a very powerful sign, and you are capable of great things. And you should never sell yourself short. Honestly, I think too many of us kind of tell ourselves this inner narrative, can I, should I, when really it needs to be, I will, I am capable. So we'll throw some tarot cards for you here without further ado. I have the Fool, the Chariot, the Three of Cups reversed, and the Ace of Cups. So the Fool is the first card in the tarot journey. He is fresh out the gate, symbolizing a very young man, somebody new to endeavors, somebody who's just setting out on a new path. You may be going forward with a little bit of risk being involved here, Taurus, but that's okay because if there's risk involved, that doesn't mean you're going to fall into disaster. This young man is walking on the edge of the cliff, but he is going forward with all the hopes and dreams and innocence that a young lad setting out into the world would have. So this tells me that you're off to a good start. You're ready to start new things. You've already decided that the first step of this journey needs to be taken, and that's fantastic for you. The Chariot says it's going to be full speed ahead. You are setting out on this journey ready to get it done. Whatever it takes is what I'm hearing. You've actually decided you're going to do whatever it takes to get these endeavors that you've been focusing on taken care of. You're going to press on, and if there is a blockade, I see you just smashing through it. The Three of Cups indicates that there is not going to be a coming together in a very emotional or social state. This may mean that there are times where you don't feel like you're getting the support you need, and you may be feeling this already, so you've decided to go it alone. It doesn't mean that you won't find these social connections down the road, my dear Taurus, because the people who are meant to come into our lives always come at just the right time. So if you aren't seeing them now, do not worry, do not panic, they are on their way. These may be people who are friends, who are allies, who have goals that align with our own, people that help us grow. They may also be people that teach us how not to behave, how not to act, because we certainly run into those as well. So when the social connections come through, when new people cross your path, just take them with a grain of salt, address them for what they are, and the people who do resonate with you, absolutely keep them close. If you don't see them yet, don't worry, they're on their way, I'm sure. As indicated by the Ace of Cups, you are giving yourself your own cup of love and offering yourself a bit of a can-do attitude. Something tells me here there is an air of confidence about you, and you've emotionally decided on what you want because it genuinely matters to you. So you are going to be getting that feedback from others that says, yes, I'm here for you. Yes, I've got your back. Even if they're not present at all times, you do feel like there is genuine, heartfelt concern and support for you. It may be that you're putting in for a new endeavor for something that you absolutely love, like we talked about, maybe addressing a job, or maybe you're addressing your living space. You want it to be the most comfortable and the most likable to you, and you're going forward with this, and I love that. So we're going to go ahead and throw some more tarot cards to see how this journey will progress. Here I have the King of Swords, the Death card in reverse, the Shadow side, which is the Devil card, and the Three of Pentacles. Now, the King of Swords says you have a clear understanding as you move forward from the middle to the end of the month. And I'm guessing it's because when you set out on this journey and you were full speed ahead, you knew what wasn't going to help you, and you're doing what's going to serve you emotionally and make you happy. You may even find people who will support you a little later on towards the middle of the month. The King of Swords says you have a very clear understanding as you go forward. He is very on top of his game, and as he sits in the middle of the forest in very peaceful surroundings, he has a very cool, calm, collected air about him. So you're moving forward with a good understanding and a clear head on your shoulders. Don't second guess yourself, my beautiful Taurus, because if something does resonate with you and it does absolutely call to you, it does that for a reason. The Death card in reverse is all about renewal. People look at the Death card and think it is sort of a boogeyman, but it's actually no one is dying. It's actually a symbol of things being let go so that a rebirth can be brought about. In this card, the rider on the pale horse is Death himself, which is all about closing out of cycles, changing things that didn't work for us anymore, etc., that sort of thing. But the young man handing him the bundle of flowers down here is the symbol of innocence, as we saw in the Fool card, and purity. He is all about the new beginnings, the rebirth, that as one thing or one time passes away, a new one will rise. And he is offering the knight these white flowers, a symbol of purity in the tarot. And if you notice, the Fool is wandering, I don't know if you can see that, with a white flower in his hand as well. Given that your Death card is in reverse, this tells me that a rebirth is assured. And I love that because it tells me that you're unstoppable at this time. Whatever it is you're going to be working on in January, you've already decided it's going to be a success, and keep that idea, keep that manifestation, and it shall be so. The shadow side is actually what they call the devil card in this particular deck. The devil card is not an evil card. It is actually speaking about the fears, the limitations, and the things that bind us. In the shadow side, or the devil card, there are two individuals who are usually hiding from a scary figure in the background or being bound. These two people cannot move from their hiding spaces lest the creepy figure in the back find where they are hiding. In the traditional devil card, you will see a devil or a demon holding two individuals who are chained to him on his throne. This indicates that if there are any blockades within you that are holding you back, now is the time to overcome them. And it sounds to me, just from the general energy of this reading, that you're doing just that. If something tells you, you're holding yourself back, if something tells you this is a very small hurdle you can get over, listen to that inner knowing, listen to that voice, and consider what it is you can let go that's holding you back. It could be limiting thoughts or beliefs. It could be funds if you're not finding financially what you need. It could be a timing situation. Maybe you have trouble making time for your goals every day. But just 10 minutes a day would be all you need. I mean, you don't have to spend hours and hours on something. If you spend just 10 minutes a day on something that matters to you and whatever goal you're striving for, that is an excellent start. Because the journey has to start somewhere, right, Taurus? The Three of Pentacles says you are massively creative at this time and you are putting in your creative energy towards whatever endeavor you're chasing. So if there is something that requires a little bit of passion, a little bit of fire, go ahead and do that. Just be careful that you're not burning the candle at both ends, okay? This individual has the alchemy bottle and the candle, which is burning bright. And I don't know if you can see it, but the cat in the background there. So the alchemy bottle actually symbolizes that he is the creator. He is making something out of what he currently has and putting it into something new and fresh and exciting. Because alchemy is all about taking what we have and transforming it into something better, something new, something that will serve us. So use what you have at this time as far as elements, as far as resources go, in the most creative way you know possible. And don't be afraid to move into a creative space, dear Taurus, because this is where you're going to have the edge on anyone else who may be doing what you're doing as well. Nobody has your unique style, that's for sure. The burning candle is a symbol of his fire, his passion, and being sure that he's not burning himself out while he's at it. Because when we go full force and we put our whole heart into things, we do have the tendency from time to time to put too much in. So be sure you're not burning yourself out. Take time for rest in between. The cat in the background, cats in the tarot are symbols of magic, symbols of familiarity, and I guess you could say karma, the status quo, being transformed into something new. Again, the Three of Pentacles is the creative energy, bringing something into reality by sheer will, as we have here, the will card. So the magic is at hand for you if you're looking for it. This means that you could use symbols that you see in dreams. You could take messages that come from that. Take time to meditate because this is where you're going to get good lessons and good advice as well from your spirit guides. And you may also do things like divination or even journaling. Anything that will help you get your thoughts spun around to turn into reality would be helpful to you at this time, Taurus. So I want to throw 3 cards of advice for you, Taurus, to see where we're going to go from here. What advice do you have for Taurus moving into January? Okay, so I have the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. A lot of Pentacles energy in this reading. So the 7 of Pentacles is all about starting to see rewards from the seeds you have sown. The young man leaning on his hoe there beside the bush is actually taking a break. If you notice, he seems very relaxed, even though he is still what you would call his working clothes. He is just now starting to see the fresh blooms of the effort he has put in. So this tells me that you do need to continue to sow those seeds, but be sure you are visiting your successes thus far and track even small progresses, because this is going to be what spurs you on and gives you the confidence and almost not the passion, but the appreciation for what you're doing. You're going to get feedback almost instantly, and it's going to be things that carry you on into the year in a very fruitful way. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight and he moves very peacefully. You will notice he has this deer in the background. If he was moving quickly or frantically and did not have a peaceful air about him, that deer would be gone, often running. He also has that same deer or stag sitting right here on his banner, encompassing that this is very much his energy. So if he is moving with peace, peace is what will find him. He will get what he's striving for. You are going forward with a goal in a very calm, slow and steady wins the race pace. And I love this because we do need balance when we go forward, Taurus. We do need to put forward our best efforts. But again, like I said, be sure you're taking time to rest in between, lest you burn yourself out. The Four of Cups is advising you to keep in mind where you may be unhappy and address it accordingly. The young man in this card has the Four Cups in front of him and he is not satisfied with what he has. The magical mermaid sitting beside him seems almost like she has put so much effort into satisfying him and she is just at a loss on what else she can do for him. You would think having a magical mermaid beside you would give you an aha, what a great moment. I would be ecstatic. But the young man in this card is in fact unhappy. So take stock on what it is you're unhappy and perhaps practice gratitude in places you haven't before. Stop and realize the magic that is in your presence, even if it's just the little things, because this is going to serve you well. So now I just want to see for our last card what blessing Taurus is capable of drawing in at this time. Let's go ahead and check this out. What blessing does my Taurus have moving through January? Here we go. You have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is all about moving into a calm and peaceful energy. This card indicates that you are coming out of rough waters and you will be moving on to smooth sailing and worlds ahead. If you just remember to take time when you feel the need and get your space right, get your head space right, you will absolutely move forward with peace and confidence as you go into this new endeavor. January looks like it has a lot of wonderful things going on for you, Taurus. I love this reading for you. Thank you so much. Be sure to keep your peace. Be sure to include the magic. And don't hesitate to go forward if your heart is calling you. My name is Echo, and I thank you so much for joining me for your January tarot reading. Take care.